Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for Wednesday, January 11th, 2023. There is breaking news out of the county seat in San Bernardino yesterday. Our own 3rd District County Supervisor Don Rao has been elected chair of the County Board of Supervisors. Reporter Mike Lipsitz is here with details.
Don Rao's meteoric rise to the highest elected office in county government began with an appointment to the Yucca Valley Planning Commission in 2008. In 2010, Rao was elected to the Yucca Valley Town Council and later served as town mayor. Following an appointment to the County Board of Supervisors in 2018, she was re-elected to that office in 2020. With her promotion to chair, Rao will head the board which supervises the activities of the county CEO and all county departments, determines county and special district policies, and is tasked with allocating the $8.5 billion with a B dollars of federal, state, and local tax revenue that the county takes in annually. Reporting for Z107.7 News, this is Mike Lipsitz.
A mandate requiring members of the armed forces to be vaccinated against COVID-19 has been rescinded by the Department of Defense. A memo issued by the United States Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin III rescinded the 2021 mandate as part of 2023's National Defense Authorization Act. In the memo, Secretary Austin encouraged all service members, civilian employees, and contractor personnel to get vaccinated and boosted regardless of requirements. The council chambers at 29 Palms City Hall were crowded last night, with residents anxious to discuss pot-bellied pigs, two-story homes, and one hotly contested vacation home rental permit. Reporter Heather Clisby was there.
The 29 Palms City Council kicked off 2023 with a lively 2-hour meeting that left the council divided. At issue was the second appeal of a vacation home rental permit application at 68467 Sullivan Road. The property features 2 yet unfinished structures on a 2.5-acre parcel built specifically as VHRs by a company that pitches their properties as, quote, high-end boutique hotels. Representing herself and 3 other residents, Kat Tally Jones addressed the council in a second attempt to block the permit approval. Tally Jones' first appeal was denied last November by the 29 Palms Planning Commission. Tally Jones described the property as part of a network of LLCs that build structures specifically designed to be VHRs run by management companies. Newly elected councilmember Octavia Scott suggested tabling the application pending further discussion. Ultimately, the vote to deny Tally Jones' appeal landed with councilmembers Klink and Mintz voting yes and councilmembers Bilderain, Wright, and Scott voting no. The city has currently issued 460 VHR permits, with 40 in process and 8 on a waiting list. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Heather Clisby.
The Yucca Valley Planning Commission staff presented the updated land development report, including the latest on chains like Chipotle and Domino's, and an update on the locally owned wine and rock shop. Reporter Hillary Sloan joins us to give you the details.
Last night, Deputy Town Manager Shane Stickle said Chipotle is working on revisions, but progress is slow. After clarifying permit information from Building and Safety, Domino's will bring their building submittals in the next couple of weeks. The Wine and Rock Shop is revising its plans for review. Short-term vacation rental permit activity has slowed down. There are now approximately 41 slots available. The Planning Commission will review the 10% STVR permit number at the next meeting. Also, the town attorney will be making a presentation on the Brown Act, California's sunshine law for local government, requiring local government business to be conducted at open and public meetings, except in certain limited situations. The commissioners will review the annual housing report in February, and the Fish and Game Commission will meet in February. Staff hopes there will be a decision on protecting the Joshua Tree. For Z107.7, this is reporter Hillary Sloan.
As sheriff's deputies investigated a traffic collision caused by black ice on Old Woman Springs Road, 2 more vehicles lost control on the black ice and 1 collided with the deputy's patrol car. At around 6:50 a.m. on Friday morning, deputies responded to a report of a car that lost traction on a patch of black ice on Old Woman Springs Road and Terra Vista Road in Yucca Valley. The car hit a mailbox and no one was injured. Deputies arrived to investigate the accident, and another car driving on Old Woman Springs Road hit the same patch of black ice and collided with the deputy's patrol car, causing moderate damage to the passenger side and rear of the vehicle. The patrol car was parked on the side of the road with its lights flashing. No injuries were reported in this second collision. Then, a third car driving on Old Woman Springs Road lost control on the same patch of black ice, damaging a mailbox near the scene of the first two collisions. No injuries were reported in this third collision, but medical aid responded out of precaution. Caltrans was notified of the black ice. Last night, the Morongo Unified School District Board of Trustees held their first meeting of 2023 at Joshua Tree Elementary. Assignment reporter Gabriel Hart was in attendance and has this recap for us today.
Last night's MUSD board meeting began with a special recognition for the district's instructional media specialist, Mary Dean, for her essential work in family tech support and more recent work with the district librarian. Jessica Berry of Nigro & Nigro Auditing presented a clean and positive annual financial audit report for 2022. Assistant Superintendent Amy Woods gave a brief video presentation of the MUSD CMC Coding Club, where junior high and high school students learn both coding and robotics by interfacing with their college mentors, under the direction of teacher Jim Powell. Superintendent Vargas took the honor to proclaim January as School Board Recognition Month, presenting the official document to all present trustees. The document concludes, quote, "I urge all community members to join me in recognizing the dedication and hard work of local school board members, and in working with them to create an education system that meets the needs of our children," unquote. Stacy Smalling introduced new Oasis Elementary Principal Dr. Jessica Miller to the board before trustees approved all action items on the agenda. Reporting for Z107.7, this is assignment reporter Gabriel Hart.
The Yucca Valley Airport District Board of Directors meets in regular session tonight to discuss the results of November's election, including the resolution of a tie and the swearing in of new members. The board will also discuss a weed abatement program, fencing issues, and agreements with users of the airport. This meeting is open to the public and begins at 6:30 p.m. at the Yucca Valley Community Center. When much of Landers goes dark this Saturday, the lights at Belfield Hall will beckon friends and neighbors to drop in, sit down, and warm up. Reporter Mike Lipsitz explains.
A scheduled outage will leave much of Landers without electricity from approximately 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday, so that Southern California Edison can upgrade electric poles in the area. In response, the Landers Community Association has canceled the second Saturday craft fair, but will open the doors at Belfield Hall at 58380 Ritchie Road, beginning at 8 a.m. for a day-long drop-in center. Landers and Homestead Valley residents are invited to drop in for a brief visit or spend the day. The heat will be on, and so will the coffee. Visitors may wish to bring a sack lunch or snacks and a good book. Mojave Wi-Fi generously provides free high-speed Wi-Fi at Belfield Hall, and every effort will be made to keep it running during the power outage. For more information, call 760-449-4048. Reporting for Z107.7 News, this is Mike Lipsitz.
The Black Rock Art Gallery debuts a new exhibition in the new year. Arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas shares how you can check out their new show called Rust.
The Joshua Tree National Park is pleased to announce a new art exhibition by Joshua Tree-based artist Ben Alanoff. Rust is an exhibition of rust prints on canvas made using rusted steel. Several of the works incorporate steel elements, while others carry the rusted imprint of the steel on canvas. Ben Alanoff works primarily with plant material, steel, wire, and found objects, creating large-scale outdoor installations, smaller tabletop sculptures, and 2D artworks. The exhibition will run from January 13th through March 28th at the Black Rock Art Gallery. There'll be an opening reception on Friday, January 13th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. The building is open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. and 12 noon to 4 p.m. Reporting for Z107.7, this is arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas.
And finally, here's online news editor Robert Hayden with a look at high school sports.
The Yucca Valley High School boys soccer teams played a league game at Desert Hot Springs High School yesterday. Junior varsity lost 7-0, though the Trojans played hard and never gave up. Goalkeeper Tim Wahlberg had 6 saves. Coach Jorge Rodriguez named freshman midfielder John Perez as the player of the game for his physical play, effort, and leadership. Varsity lost 6-0, but varsity goalkeeper Bruce Birch had 7 saves. Coach Rodriguez named team captain Adrian Tamayo as player of the game for his attitude, his encouragement to his teammates, and leadership on and off the field. Coach Rodriguez said, "Our team continued to battle through these tough losses, and we're gaining more experience game by game." The team's next game will be at home versus Indio High School. JV is at 4 p.m. and varsity at 5:30. The Yucca Valley Lady Trojan varsity basketball team bounced back from a tough weekend loss to claim a 65-7 Desert Valley League win over Desert Hot Springs High School Tuesday evening in Trojan Gym. The Yucca Valley swarmed the visiting Eagles from the opening tip, jumping out to a 43-2 halftime lead. Both coaches agreed to a running for a second half as the Lady Trojans stayed undefeated in league actions with a 7-0 record. Senior Ashley Lowe was on fire from the three-point line, knocking down 7 baskets from long range on her way to a season-high 24 points. Junior Cadence Tarrant continued her impressive season pumping in 17 points, while sophomore Taylor Monroe was solid, scoring 9 points. Senior Malia Ullery dished out 10 assists while scoring 6 points, and fellow senior Jaylee Schreiber added 5 points. The win moved the team's overall record to 15-5 with a game at Indio High School tomorrow, next on the DVL schedule. Tip-off is scheduled at 5:30. I'm Robert Hayden, and that's your local sports.
That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. More Morongo Basin residents get their local news from Z107.7 than any other source. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 local news, I'm Jeff Harmatz.